Hello everyone, I'm Zolaric. Thank you so much for logging on to my channel. On this channel, we are on a mission to redefine Liberia positively after years of civil conflict. On here, we upload videos showing our lifestyle, showing our culture, showing our history, showing street views, and a lot more residents here in Liberia are taking to transform this country. So if you are interested in such a content, please subscribe, like, share, and comment to the video. If you have subscribed already, thank you so much. In this video, we'll be discussing the proper steps or the legitimate steps in purchasing land in Liberia. The issue of buying land in Liberia is a serious challenge because some landowners are overly corrupt. For most of the landowners back here are selling the same land to different buyers, which is extremely bad. It is criminal. And this must stop and must be exposed as well. Several people have entered or fallen into that trap. I don't want you to fall in that trap. I want you to be more careful. I want you to open your eyes so that you cannot be discouraged. The reselling of the same land to more than one person have caused so much problems, psychological problems to most people. I have a friend who have gotten so much discouraged in building a house, his own house, only because of this. He bought a parcel of land once, and when he was about to start his project, only to find out that that land was sold to someone before him. And it ended in confusion. It went to court. Because of that, he got discouraged and forgot about the whole thing. I don't want you to land in such a trouble. So let's go through. And please witness this video to the end so that you can be educated and so that you can also spread this education. The 6 steps we are about to discuss or go through in this video was released by the Liberia Land Authority. As you may be aware, the Liberia Land Authority has authority or oversight over all land issues in Liberia as per the Act of Legislation. Step number 1, or the first step, you need to find out who actually owns the land, or that is the real owner of the land. How can you do this? You can do this by asking the community people or by going to the commissioner office in whatever township to ask the commissioners about details of the land. You can also ask the community chairman, because nowadays in Liberia, almost all communities have community chairman. So those people will give you some history on the land. You can further this process or this step by asking also the seller for a copy of his deed or the details of his deed. You carry to Land Commission, and then Land Commission will do a research with the archive to check the mother deed of this identical land. Or to fast track this step, you yourself can either carry a copy of the deed or the details of the deed to the archive for verification. So when you go to the archive, they will check the mother deed, and from there you will know who is the real owner. The next step talks about the payment of property tax on that land. So you who have gone to buy the land, you need to ask the seller if he has been paying property tax on that land. If he hasn't, then you need to agree on who to pay the taxes on that land. You need to arrange it between you and the seller. So once you have crossed step number 1, that is, you have verified and found out that this land is for this person and it hasn't been sold to anyone else. And step 2, you have checked the taxes and the land is in conformity with the property tax law. Then you can move to step number 3. Step number 3 says you should call a surveyor so that the land can be surveyed and deed prepared in your name. So, but it is 2 ways, right? You can use your own surveyor, or you can use a recommended surveyor from the seller. And I must admit that for some properties here, they will tell you straightly that they have only one surveyor to survey their property. So if that is the case, then you will have to go by that. So doing this 3rd step, for me, I will personally advise that you give half of the seller money to him doing this 3rd step. And also you will have to discuss with the surveyor, because he is surveying for you and not the seller. So you will have to discuss with him either to give his money on the day of the survey, or give him his money after he has done the survey, prepared your deed, and brought it to you. Step 4 is after the surveyor have surveyed the land, he brought the deed to you, you clear him off, and then you take that deed to the seller. The seller will sign on the deed, and then a witness will sign on the deed also, with preferably the cell phone numbers. Also, they can write it there. So after they have signed on the deed, you can complete their 100% payment. Remember, in the 3rd step, we gave them only 50%. So in step number 4, we are completing the payment to 100%. We move quickly to step number 5. Step number 5 is a very, very, very important step. And for most people, they don't. I repeat, for most people, they don't take advantage of this step. For step number 5, you need to carry the deed that was signed by the seller and a witness to the probate court. Either you can do it or your lawyer can do it. And after it has been probated, then you carry it to the land authority for registration. Once that is done, the land is legitimately yours. But mind you, if these 2 steps, step 5 and step 6, are not done, right, the land is not yours as per the law. So please pay keen attention to step number 5 and step number 6. You need to complete the entire process. So before ending this video, let me give you the location of both the land authority and the National Archive. The National Archive is located on Topman Boulevard, 12th Street, while the Liberia Land Authority is located at the intersection of Gurley and Asmond Street, Monrovia.